on the Skype phone now. We've got Carl, who's a Blackburn fan. Carl, good evening to you.
Hey mate, how you doing, Paul?
Yeah, hi Carl, good to have you on the show. Thank you very much indeed. Well, Carl, I mean, what a day of mixed emotions for you, hey?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic win for us today. Much needed win to get us out of the bottom three, but it still doesn't change anything.
Well, you say that, but I mean, come on, you got Yakubu sent off. You go on to win the game. Now, at what stage are one or two of you guys going to concede that perhaps in the second half of the season you've got to give Steve Kean more of a chance?
Well, to be honest, yeah, but we're going to run out of games. We're going to run out of games. I mean, Steve Kean, he can't put a back-to-back win. Yeah, we've had a bit of luck today. All right, we played with 10 men. We played well, but I just think half of the team is playing for a move away, to be honest.
I find it incredible. I mean, you won at Old Trafford in a brilliant game over a busy, congested period. You've got a brilliant result here, having gone down to 10 men. A massive result against Wigan, wasn't it, in that bottom of the table clash? And I just think, you know, even today, someone tweeted in and said, look, he's got to be showing some tactical nous. To go down to 10 men and still score 3 goals at home, you can't do that if you're not a decent manager.
Yeah, it's a superb result. It really is, and we're all absolutely ecstatic about it. But the fact of the matter is, it's got beyond Steve Kean now. It's gone about the Venkies. The Venkies still haven't put any money into the club. We are still on the brink of going into administration. We could possibly go into administration by March. The Venkies still haven't put any money in, so we're still going to lose our best players. We're still going to lose David Dunn, who's put a transfer request in. We're still going to put Sam Stanbury, who's put a transfer request into PSG. We can potentially lose 9 players in this January transfer, and we're going to bring nobody in. But then, so, all right, yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant we get a win, and it's a fantastic result against United, Liverpool, and your Arsenals. But the fact of the matter is, we could still go down having beat United and beating Arsenal.
But what I'm saying is, you can't now keep going on about Kean being out, because you've just now said the club aren't getting any money. Venkies are giving no money. So Kean is doing what he can with the players he's got. Yeah. So these Kean out banners, these Kean out shirts, these Kean out scarves, the planes going over, surely it's got to stop. Give him a break.
No, we've stopped all the Kean out stuff. But if you look on the... we did a 24-hour protest, which I believe is the first club to do a 24-hour solid protest. Yep. There was guys down there last night in -3 at 4:30 in the morning still. And now all it is the owners. That is solely on the owners. We're not bothered about Steve Kean now. We want the owners to make a move, whether it be to sell up or whether to start investing some money in. Because the banks are coming.
Hang on, Carl. Wait a minute. You've suddenly said now that we're dropping all the Kean out posters, all that kind of stuff, and it's now down to the Venkies. But it's always been down to the Venkies, and Kean's had limited resources. If you're now saying, we're dropping all the protests against Steve Kean, when are you going to write him a letter of apology for the massive amount of abuse you've been sending him since the first day of the season?
Steve Kean's record is still the worst in the Premiership. Steve Kean is still inept to take Rovers anywhere. But now, it's like we've opened a can of worms up. It's not just Steve Kean now. We're targeting the Venkies.
I've got to be honest with you, mate.
It's still the worst Premiership manager we have ever had.
Carl,
Steve Kean will still take us down.
Carl, he's not been given any money. It's now come out, obviously, how choked and starved of cash he was. And to be fair, to someone like myself, a neutral fan, it makes the legitimacy of your complaints towards Venkies less of an argument, because the amount of people we've had coming on from Blackburn fans and the amount of support there's been to get him out of the club, to just go, oh no, it's all right, we're fine with that now, we're just going with Venkies. It's, mate, honestly, it doesn't wash with me, and I think you cannot say he's the worst.
Sorry, right. What it is we've realised now that any protests we've done against Steve Kean to remove him from the club has fell on deaf ears. So now we're taking it up to a new level of the owners, because at the end of the day, Steve Kean's part with the owners, and no matter how many protesting we do, we will not remove Steve Kean from our club. We are already relegated. I know we're at the relegation zone now, but I'm willing to bet you any money.
Carl,
we will still go down.
Sorry, mate. You come back to him in a minute. Carl, listen, just try and get a bit of calmness upon the situation. This is probably one of the first Saturdays in a very long time that you can go out on the back of enjoying a good performance, 3 points, take a deep breath and start again with whatever you've got to do on Monday. You work hard all week.
Cool. I tell you this, come back to me in about 4 games when we're still back in relegation zone.
I will come back to you next week because you can't put 2 wins back to back,
listen,
can you?
Carl,
Well, exactly. And there again, and also we're willing to. We're not willing to leave, but we're looking at losing our best players now. We are going to get absolutely decimated by this transfer window.
And Yakubu free.
Well, maybe or maybe not. But the thing is, Carl, what we're trying to say here is Steve Kean's performance is relative to the circumstances he has to work within. Is getting better, not worse, because we're all suddenly realising now that actually he's been under the cosh of financial ineptitude by the owners for a very long time. And he's fought against it. Carl, listen, mate, we've got to go because we've got to move on. We've got loads of other people who want to come on the show, but I want to thank you very much for coming on. Thanks for being honest about it. And please keep in touch with us here at Sports Tonight Live because we're all interested in the fortunes of a club with the reputation and the heritage of Blackburn Rovers.